Right. We've got a few people starting to join. Excellent, excellent. Welcome, welcome. If everyone, as you join, if you can let me know if you can see the leveraging AI in real estate presentation slide. Thumbs up there. Awesome. Awesome. Good deal. All right. Well, hope everybody is having a fantastic day. We're still a little bit early. We're about 5 minutes to official start, but I'm excited to be here with all of you today. It's going to be a good one. This is a hot topic, and there's a lot of different opinions of AI and really ChatGPT. And ChatGPT, of course, is the most well-known AI for most people. So we're going to wait on a few more, and I've got let's see. Let's throw now. So for those of you who are in the webinar already, you've got the Q&A section where you can ask questions. I can answer those. I will repeat this once we get a little bit closer to the start. And then there's going to be a poll or two throughout the presentation where you'll be able to throw out your input. But ultimately, to some extent, I do want this to be interactive. We're going to get into, we're going to run through kind of the background of AI and ChatGPT, but ultimately, we're going to get into some live examples so that way we can leverage this in our businesses. I want all of you to be able to leave today with something that you can implement in your business that can make a difference today. And that's really important to me. I want to make sure that you get something out of it, hopefully more than one nugget, hopefully several nuggets, but we're going to dive into several different topics and ways to leverage AI and ChatGPT in your business. So let's see here. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to give everyone, since we're still a little bit early, I'm going to give everyone the ability to talk. Hold on. So be patient with me. I normally do live classes, and this is my first time that I've done a webinar using this technology, this software. So I did some testing with it. Everything should go off without a hitch, but I would ask for a little bit of patience as I work through and get everything, keep everything moving. So I'm trying to give everyone the opportunity to talk, the ability to talk. Right. So Patrick, you should be in talk mode. I don't know if you want to try and say something. There you are. Good deal. All right. Yeah, you came through for a half a moment. I don't know if there's a connection hurdle or if there's just a lag or something like that. All right. Joy should be good to go now. And looks like Regini just needs to authorize mic permissions. I guess that was the delay there. Joy, are you able to speak? Are you there yet? Not. All right, all good. Let's see. We're a couple minutes away, so we're going to dive in here in just a minute. We've got quite a few people that had signed up for the webinar that haven't made it on yet. If they're late, they're late. We're going to start at 9 o'clock, and we've got a lot to get to. Plus, I want to make sure that I've got time. We've got time at the end for any Q&A, or we can do some off the cuff exploring with ChatGPT and look at some alternate use cases that you can implement in your business. So I want to make sure that we've got time for all that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and disable talk again for now. And we're a minute early, but we're going to go ahead and dive in. So welcome to leveraging AI in real estate. So I'm Sean with the Sean Richard Mortgage team. I'm in the industry with you guys, obviously on the flip side. And a big part of my business is helping real estate agents do more in their business. I help clients and real estate agents build wealth through real estate. Obviously, for clients, that's purchasing and refinancing homes. But for real estate agents, that's creating businesses that can generate wealth, serve a lot of clients, and ultimately build wealth for themselves so that way they can provide the life that they want for themselves and their family. So I really appreciate you being here today. I'm excited for this content, and I really hope that that you get, again, at least one or two nuggets of information that you can take back and implement in your business today, this week, and move the needle. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see, here we go. All right, so I am going to throw a poll up here for you guys. So let's start with this. Let me have each of you take a look at this, and where do you fall on the spectrum? Let me know. And anywhere on the spectrum is just fine. You know, that's what we're here to talk about today. And hopefully, if you're on the top end of the spectrum, then hopefully we can change your mind a little bit. If you're already leveraging AI or ChatGPT, then hopefully we can teach you something that that you don't currently know and how you can use that in your business. All right, we've got 2 votes in. All right. Get one more. Let's see. All right. So, oh, well, see, and this is the result of me using new technology. So I clicked away from the poll. I don't see the poll anymore. I can click and show you guys the results. I don't see if everybody has put an answer yet. Looks like we do. All right. So we've got perfect. And so that's great. Now, the good news, I love to see that nobody's on that number one answer. The fact that 2 of you are interested and just really want to understand it, learn more, that's awesome. And then if you are already using this, like I said, want you to get at least one other nugget of information. So let's dive in. Let me go back to the presentation here. All right, so using the Q&A for me, what comes to mind when you see this? When you think of 2023, what pops into your head? And just use the Q&A section down, and I don't know where it is on your screen, I apologize. So use the Q&A section. You should be able to just type in, you know, obviously you can type in questions, but you should be able to type in just general responses as well. If you are not able to do that, shoot me a reaction. Yeah, it should be like a thumbs down reaction or something like that, if that's not an option for you. Again, first time using this software for the webinar, so I appreciate your patience being with me on this one. All right, I don't see anything coming through in the Q&A. I tell you what, let's do this. Since there is just a preview, let me go ahead and open back up talking, and let's see if we can make this even more interactive without having to leverage some of the other technology, the other pieces of the technology. So if the 3 of you will, looks like it's connecting with microphone for the 3 of you, so hopefully the 3 of you will be able to speak here in just a moment. Work out some bugs, and then we definitely want to get through this and make sure that we get to the content that you are here for. And looks like everything's still connecting with the microphone. All right. Right. So Joy, looks like you're connected to the microphone. Can you say something? See if I can hear you. Regini.
John.
All right, there you go. And then Patrick.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay. And then Joy, can you hear me, or can your microphone working, or do you have a microphone that you're on? I hear something. Joy, is that you? It looks like popped up on mine. It says there's an error in using microphone. So, so Patrick, Regini, and Joy, and if you're not able to use a microphone, not the world, but Patrick and Regini. So when you think of 2023, like, what really comes to mind for the two of you? and to the market, your business, things like that.
So business is a little bit slower right now, and the biggest thing that I've noticed is that since there's no more COVID interest rates, people were thinking the rates at 6 and 7 is too high, when actually it's really about average. So
that it is. So let me ask you this: do the same things that we did in 2020, 2021, and maybe even 2022, do the same things that we did in those years, do those things work as effectively right now? Those strategies, those approaches?
yes and no.
Some of them, right? There's some strategies that are effective in any market, but I would argue that for the last several years, for a lot of us, it's been just open our arms and let the business fall in our laps. And so where I'm going with this is 2023 really is the year of change. And so I want to talk a little bit about change. And let's see here. So this is an amazing quote that I love. Obviously, we all know Charles Darwin. And I think this really epitomizes the idea of change. You can be the smartest, you can be the strongest, but at the end of the day, if you're not able or willing to adapt as things change, so as our industry changes, as the market changes, those other things don't matter. And then Socrates, going way back here, how do we really leverage change? And Socrates says, hey, don't worry about fighting change. Lean into it and build on that change. And I think those are two really good concepts when we start talking about leveraging AI, right? Like, AI is relatively new. ChatGPT, it's a foreign concept for a lot of people, and it's definitely changed. It's like, oh, like, I don't know if it's something that I can use in my business. And I would say open your minds to say, okay, well, how can I use it in my business? How can I make my job easier? How can I serve clients better, leveraging new technology like this? So what is ChatGPT? So obviously one of you said you're already using it. The other two are at least familiar with it. And so ChatGPT, as you can see here, it's a language model to generate human-like responses. And ultimately, it's like having a conversation with a computer that can give you great feedback. Now, what's great about this particular description is, anybody want to guess who wrote this description?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT wrote the ChatGPT description. Absolutely. And it's, but it's very concise. It's very to the point. It's easy to understand. Here's really why we're here, right? Again, we're going to go through some slides. We're going to talk about ChatGPT, the why, the what, the how. But then what I really want to get into is I want to get into everyday use. We're going to get into some examples, and then we can even spitball some stuff here as well. So let's do this. Let me go back to, I'm going to disable talk for a little bit here. There's some feedback or some background noise, so we'll quiet that for the moment. So why utilize AI? So as real estate agents, a big part of your goal is to lead generate. That's a significant part of the business. And because everything other than lead generation almost doesn't matter if you can't lead generate effectively, right? My personal belief is that in real estate and mortgage, we've got to be able to generate leads, we've got to be able to convert leads, and then we've got to be able to market to our database. And if we can do those three things effectively, then chances are you're going to have success in real estate. So from a lead generation standpoint, ChatGPT and AI is hyper effective and enables you as real estate agents to create a marketing engine that takes your concepts or your ideas and allows you to multiply the results, or multiply the output, multiply the amount of content that you can create. At the end of the day, it is better than somebody that you could hire for your team, because as real estate agents, you have expert level knowledge of the industry, of the markets. So if you hire somebody like a marketing admin to work for you, they're typically not coming in with the level of industry knowledge, insight, expertise that you have. And so their content or their marketing that they're producing is going to be either require a lot of your input, and then it's still not going to be fantastic because at the end of the day, they've got to execute, or it's not going to have the level of expertise. It's going to be more watered down, generic content, and that's not what you want for your business either. So AI and ChatGPT allows you to take that expertise, take that knowledge that you have, and infuse it into content, but making it much simpler to create. All right. So some quick bullet points here. So again, also why AI. So we're talking about efficiency and time saving. How can you do more in your business in less time with better results? Consistency, very important. Consistency is the key to most things in business. I tell people all the time, I could stand out on a street corner with a sign that says, I do mortgages, and be in my underwear. And if I did that consistently every day, at some point, somebody's going to stop and be like, hey, tell me about these mortgages that you do. And so leveraging ChatGPT and AI to create consistency in our business is another great functionality. Streamlining processes. Business processes are important to designing your business, and that's a whole other class. But designing your business is critical to creating the type of business that you want that's going to build and grow wealth. So leveraging AI to streamline your processes, weed out inefficiencies, add more efficiencies, really important. And then simplify content creation. Most people have some level of creativity, and leveraging AI and ChatGPT allows you to take the creativity that you do have and multiply it, or it allows you to spawn creativity, generate ideas that you can then run with. Some people maybe have they're not an idea factory, and they have a harder time coming up with that initial idea or initial concept. But once they kind of have an idea of what that looks like, then their brain's on the right track, and they can say, oh, well, now that I understand this, then I could do this and this and that and this. And so there's two parts of that creativity. It's being able to generate your own ideas and then create multiple other ideas off of that, or getting that initial spark of idea generation and then being able to personally run with that on your own. And we're going to talk about all those today. So I put together just a very short list. Now there's probably 10,000 things that you can leverage ChatGPT for, and here is just a somewhat short list of ways that you can leverage it in your business. Obviously, there's all kinds, and I'll show you some fun stuff that maybe is not business related if we have time for that. But ultimately, these are just some really simple, effective daily use ways to be able to leverage ChatGPT and AI. So content creation, and actually I need to move some of my, here we go. Content creation. So this is everything from social media posting to newsletters to blogs to emails, both creating new emails or responding to existing emails, ebooks, creating ebooks or home buyer guides, putting together presentations. Here, real quick, I'm going to put a poll together for us real quick. Let me add a poll. So I'm going to say, how long would it take you to get like total to create a week's worth of social content, a home buyer guide, and 5 YouTube videos? All right. And let's do this, an hour, a day. So I'm going to throw this poll out there. So the 3 of you vote on this. Just some fun stuff here. Like if you were creating a week's worth of social content, a home buyer guide, a full home buyer guide, and 5 YouTube videos, like if you sat down and said, okay, I'm going to just start this and I'm going to work on it until I finish it, how long would it take you to complete all of those total? And obviously I've got some general answers there. Obviously it could be 3 hours or 5 or, but this kind of gives us an idea. So we've got some results, some results rolling in, and not super surprising. Now I don't get to see who's voting. It is anonymous, so don't feel like you're going to get singled out if you vote on something that you don't necessarily want other people to see. I've got 2 votes. All right, who we missing? Who we missing? All right. So, oh, I see. Okay, that's it. And woo, all right, we got somebody that says that they're really adept at making this content, which is fantastic. And if that's the case, and maybe it's the same person that's also utilizing ChatGPT. So here are the results, and the 2 of you said a week, and that's a lot of time, right? Like especially if we're talking about, okay, that's are we talking about a work week, 40 hours to put that information together? Most likely. And that is a common response, right? It takes time to put these things together. And a lot of that time consumption is the idea generation, the planning. If you know what you're doing, then the execution a lot of time is the fastest, right? If, okay, I have a plan, I've mapped it all out, all I need to do now is take my plan and execute it, then a lot of times that's the fastest part of it. So I would agree that for most people, a week or potentially even longer if you're not prone to be able to do those things easily. Right. So we've got these pieces of content. So let's talk about how to create or generate the results that we want. If we're going to use ChatGPT to generate different output that we can leverage in our business, we need to be able to understand how to properly create input so that way we can get the best output. And so that boils down to prompt engineering. And all prompt engineering is the idea of putting together a formula for a prompt for your input that's going to yield the best output results. And I've got a formula here that now not all of these are going to be leveraged every single time, but the more often that you leverage these, the better your responses, the better your output will be. So The first is role, and I think I should be able to go back and forth here. So I think this we're gonna do. So let's talk about role for a moment. So roles, a lot of times you want to assign a role to ChatGPT. You want ChatGPT to understand what role or what capacity it's acting in. Some quick, easy examples of roles is a real estate agent, obviously, a coffee enthusiast, Mozart. Hey, ChatGPT, I want you to act as Mozart. A pirate, a geologist. Literally any role that pertains to the content that you're trying to create. Context. You want to give ChatGPT the context of what's going on. You want to give them you want to give ChatGPT, and I don't have it here, you want to give ChatGPT the background. You want to help ChatGPT understand the entire scenario so that way it can take that information and account for it in its output. You want to be very specific with the information that you're giving ChatGPT in your prompts. You don't want to just say, write an email. You want to say, write a 200-word email to a first-time home buyer, talking about the process of buying a home. And that's not even as detailed as we'll want to get, but you want to be very specific with your input. So that way, ChatGPT has the most information to go on and generate results. You want to indicate what's your intent. What are you looking to get out of the response? Are you looking to have it be persuasive? Are you looking to have it engage and excite? Are you looking to have the output result in a call to you, or attract people to promote a phone call to you, or promote going to a specific website or landing page? What's the intent that you want to get out of that response? And then ultimately you want to indicate what response format that you want. And that can be everything from the type of actual format, like a chart or an email or a video or a script. It can be, other output formats or output that you want to indicate is going to be things like tone. Do you want, are you asking for an email written in a casual tone? Do you want a social media post written in a humorous tone? Do you want, not that you would ask for this, but do you want a response email written in an aggressive tone? So tone's really important. Format I mentioned. Comprehension level. Now this is something that a lot of people overlook. Comprehension level works really well when you're trying to relay complex ideas and thoughts. You can say, hey, teach me like I'm a fifth grader, or teach me like I'm a novice, or teach me like you're a Harvard educated quantum physics professor. So comprehension level on what you want that output to be in is a great piece of the puzzle that can help simplify complex topics, and you can play around with different comprehension levels. Writing style, again, same thing with tone. Writing style could be humorous, it could be professional, it could be casual, it could be business casual. So the different outputs are important as well, and playing around with those to understand which outputs match the content that you're looking for. Also, response length. Are you looking for a video script for a 60-second video? Are you looking for an email that is a couple of paragraphs, or are you looking for a 5-page ebook? Are you looking to put together a 4-paragraph blog post with an introduction, 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion? Being very specific and then indicating your response length, another great method of output as well. And then iteration. Iteration is really where you can take ChatGPT to the next level, because it allows you to take the responses that you get and improve upon them, or take those responses and turn them into additional responses. You can actually have generated content providing other generated content, asking for additional detail, asking for revisions, whether it's through different parameters. Maybe you realize that the parameters that you asked for the first time around didn't yield the results that you were looking for. But it gave you the ideas to alter your parameters and re-request, follow-up commands, and then asking ChatGPT to elaborate. Maybe you ask it for a bullet point list of 3 topics, and then you turn around and you ask it to elaborate on topic number 2. And I'm going to be able to show you examples of this here in just a few minutes. But those are iteration is really where you take your ChatGPT game to the next level. So let's dive into an example here. So we just want to create a very simple, easy email. So somebody new to ChatGPT might use this first prompt. Hey, write an email about why you should work with a real estate agent to buy a house. And if we, let's see, I should be able to. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my ChatGPT screen. All right, I see some thumbs up. Perfect. All right, so now I'm in my ChatGPT. Now I pay for the plus version. It's $20 a month, in my opinion, super worth it. So ChatGPT 4 is what you have access to with Plus. Gives you access to plugins. ChatGPT 4 previously allowed you to browse web pages with it. They've recently discontinued, or I guess suspended, that functionality due to some differing opinions there. For today, we're going to work in the base ChatGPT, which uses ChatGPT 3.5 language model. It's really sufficient for like all of your day-to-day stuff, but if you do want to get a little bit deeper, then the plus version of ChatGPT, leveraging ChatGPT 4, as you can see here, most capable, a little bit slower, but has a lot more creativity. Whereas the ChatGPT 3.5 is going to be faster responses, but it's going to be slightly less in depth. So let's do this. Let's dive in to this, and let's say, okay, let's do that exact example. Write an email about why you should work with a real estate agent to buy a house. All right, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and submit that. It's going to generate. And as you can see, if you haven't used a lot of ChatGPT, super fast. Automatically names our chat over here on the left-hand side, benefits of a real estate agent. And if we look at this, so this is, we asked it to write an email, right? Subject, benefits of partnering with a real estate agent for your home purchase. Dear, client, hope this email finds you well. Wanted to take a moment to discuss the advantages of working with a professional real estate agent. All right, here are some compelling reasons partnering with a real estate agent can be immensely beneficial. Market knowledge. Talks about why real estate agents having market knowledge. They're equipped to do up-to-date information on property values. Access to listings, access to vast network of listings. All right, good information. Negotiation skills, right? Professional network. Time saving, searching for homes, coordinating appointments, and dealing with paperwork can be time consuming. Real estate agents streamline these tasks. Right, good point. Guidance and advice. All of you provide guidance and advice to your clients, navigating legal and contractual aspects of real estate. Personalized service. Good agent listens to your needs and preferences, tailoring their approach. Smooth closing. Okay, awesome. In conclusion, working with a professional real estate agent offers a range of benefits that can save you time, money, and stress while helping you find your dream home. Feel free to reach out to me. So look at that. Even has a call to action with phone number and email address. I'm here to answer any questions. Thank you for considering the advantages of work with a real estate agent. So, give me a thumbs up. Is this a pretty decent, without reading, every word, does this seem like a pretty decent email to a prospective buyer talking about the benefits of using a real estate agent? Thumbs up. All right, cool. Getting some thumbs up. I love it. All right, so now we're going to use this professional prompt. So we're going to, with all of our prompt engineering, we're going to type this in. All right, so we're going to come down here, and now we're going to say you are a real estate, whoops, if I could spell here, real estate agent with 15 years of experience with a track record of helping buyers land the home of their dreams at a great price. Write an email to a buyer. And I'm going to even update this a little bit more. Write an email to a buyer in a business casual tone. Let's throw some to a, I'm going to modify this on the fly, first time home buyer in a business casual tone. Who is hesitant to use a real estate agent. The email could be written to encourage them to schedule a call to discuss their goals and plans for their home purchase. Okay, so we've used prompt engineering. We've gotten far more specific. We've given ChatGPT a role. They're a real estate agent with 15 years of experience and a track record of helping buyers win the home of their dreams at a great price. Very detailed. So jumping back over here, right? Let's come over here. So we've given them a role. We've given ChatGPT a lot more context of the situation. We've been very specific with the information. We've told ChatGPT exactly what our intent is. And the response format is we've asked it, which tone, and we've asked it to generate an email. So let's go ahead and submit that. And let's see what we get. All right, so a little bit shorter email, right? Hey there, first name, turning your home ownership dreams into reality. Now, it even threw an emoji in there, right? We can ask ChatGPT to use emojis, to not use emojis. Hope this email finds you well. Wanted your quick note because I heard you're diving into the world of home ownership. How exciting. Totally understand that buying your first home is a big step, and I'm here to make sure it's an amazing one. I've been in the real estate game for 15 years, and I've had the privilege of helping countless first-time homebuyers just like you find their home of their dreams. I've seen the ups, the downs, and everything in between, so trust me, you're not alone in this journey. All right, so showing empathy, right? I also get that you might be feeling a bit hesitant about using a real estate agent. Some folks wonder if it's worth it, especially in the age of online listings. But let me tell you, having a seasoned agent by your side can truly make a world of difference. All right, here's the deal, okay? So, we may not use a here's the deal line, right? And the whole concept here is not to necessarily copy paste this. It's to give us a framework that we could turn around and tweak a little bit of our own voice to if we needed to, or simply have ChatGPT revise. So here's the deal. I don't just open doors to sell properties. I'm your advocate, your advisor, and your partner in this exciting adventure. My mission is to help you find the perfect place that aligns with your goals, budget, and dreams. And guess what? I got a knack for snagging amazing deals too. Just ask my clients who've landed their dreams homes at prices that brought smiles to their face. So incorporated that detail that we gave it. I know that every first-time homebuyer's journey is unique. That's why I'd love to set up a call with you, call to action. This way we can chat about your goals, your plans, and your vision for your future home. No pressure, no obligations, just a friendly conversation to see if we're a good fit. Whether you have questions about the process, the market, or even just where to start, I'm here to help. So what do you say? Let's schedule a call at the time that works best for you. Just shoot me a reply or give me a ring at phone number. We'll set it up. I'm all ears and ready to make your home buying journey an enjoyable one. Looking forward to hearing from you and getting to know more about your exciting plans. Warm regards. Okay. All right. Thumbs up or no thumbs up. This is a much better email. All right, we got thumbs up. I love it. And feel free, again, as we're going through this, throw questions in the Q&A. I'm going to be checking it periodically, so that way I can respond either verbally or I can type in a response in the Q&A. But yes, this was a much more detailed email. First and foremost, this first email, it does have the information like, hey, feel free to reach out to me, right? But this is much more of a, hey, just so you know, here's benefits of using a real estate agent, right? Whereas the second email, it is really more of, for lack of a better term, a great sales pitch, right? It's talking specifically about why you should use me and how I help buyers, but it's done in a very friendly, and I didn't, but I could have put in a friendly business casual tone. But the business casual tone that I asked it for is what gave us such a friendly email anyways. So great example of a basic prompt and the output. I mean, that first email, it's functional, it works, and a basic prompt can get you decent responses, decent output. Whereas when we prompt engineer and we do a professional prompt, we get much more detailed, much more specific, much more usable content. All right, jump over here. So prompt engineering. I want to really show the importance of that. See how we doing on time. All right, we're good. Let's see. So, right, let's get into some more real world examples. So we're just going to come in. We're going to do a few different examples, and I've put some others together. So, do any of you do any neighborhood farming? Do you farm your neighborhood, or have a specific neighborhood or neighborhoods that you want to, or would like to, or already do neighborhood farming? Throw it in the Q&A. Just throw an answer in the Q&A for me. All right, Joy says that she has not. All right, and ultimately, I'll say this while waiting on other responses. Ultimately, where this technology is hyper powerful is to supercharge existing strategies to new strategies or business ideas. So let's see, haven't in a while, perfect. Okay, so I've got over here this farming example. Is everyone relatively familiar or somewhat familiar with the Lantana housing community over in Denton County? It's over by me, so that's why I chose it. So I'm going to click on this one. Let's see if it'll pull up for me here. Let me refresh the page, see if it pulls up. Go. All right. Go all the way to the top here. All right. So here was my original prompt. I am a real estate agent. I very well could have said you are a real estate agent, right? I'm a real estate agent in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Provide a 5-paragraph summary on the history of the Lantana housing community in Denton County. Include information on formation, development, along with any other important aspects of the community. Now, I could have done some prompt engineering and been even more detailed with this, but I wanted to kind of get the ball rolling on some ideas and concepts here. So right here we have, okay, certainly here's a summary and a history of Lantana. Introduction and formation. Master plan community located in Denton County, Texas. Inception can be tracked to the early 2000s. Okay, when Republic Property Group envisioned creating a suburban haven that would offer a residents a blend of modern amenities and natural beauty. Cool. Lantana is inspired by Texas Lantana flower. Okay. Now, ultimately, let me also say this: when you start doing things like this, you want to make sure that either A, you have some knowledge already to be able to self fact check, or you want to do a little bit of fact checking, because when you start asking it for specific information about areas or geographic like companies or areas or housing subdivisions, things like that, you want to make sure that you can double check and make sure everything is accurate. Development expansion spanning over 1,700 acres. Lantana is meticulously designed with a focus on community and family. Community boasts over 300 acres of green space, which includes parks, hiking trails, and 2 golf courses. Now, see, I don't know. I know Lantana has a golf course. I'm not familiar enough with it to know if it's got 2 golf courses, but it's in line. I would want to fact check that. Amenities and facilities, community management and governance, managed by Lantana Community Association, which oversees the maintenance of common areas. Freshwater Supply District governs Lantana. Current status and future projects. Okay. Now, when I put this together, ChatGPT stopped, and all I had to do was write continue. Hey, keep going because it looks like you haven't finished yet. So it hadn't. Environmental initiatives, economic impact, social and cultural aspects, challenges and adaptations, inclusion. Perfect. This is exactly a great start to what I was looking for here. I wanted to understand, all these details about Lantana, and it put those together for me. Great. So what did I do next? From the response above, create 5 short form video ideas about Lantana to engage and attract potential home buyers to the community. Okay. So short form video. So short form and long form, if you're not familiar with that, short form video is going to be like your reels. So Instagram, Facebook Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, usually 60, 90 seconds or less. That's your short form video. Long form video is going to be more like your YouTube videos. So right here, cool. 5 video ideas. Lantana, a blend of nature and modern living. Description, a cinematic drone footage video showcasing the sprawling landscapes of Lantana juxtaposed with scenes of modern homes, recreational areas, and amenities. The video will highlight the harmony between nature and contemporary living with serene shots of green spaces, hiking trails, and wildlife. Call to action, experience the best of both worlds, discover Lantana today, right? A day in Lantana from dawn to dusk. Do a time-lapse video capturing a day in the life of Lantana residents. Start with a sunrise over the Lantana Golf Club. Move to children heading to school. Families join the community pools. Include a common community event with at the town green under starlit sky. Call to action. Eco-friendly initiatives. Description, call to action. Cultural tapestry. Description, call to action. Promise of growth and prosperity. Delves in economic and real estate growth of Lantana. Use graphics to show the appreciation of property values. Interspersed with shots of thriving local businesses, bustling streets, and state-of-the-art infrastructure. Invest in future full of promise. Make Lantana your home today. Each video can be optimized for social media platforms, ensuring the engaging, visually appealing, and effectively conveying the essence. Now, we go back up to the prompt. Again, they didn't use a whole lot of prompt engineering. I could have given it much more detail, more about what I was looking for, the output I wanted. I could have asked it for a recommendation for graphics to put with each of these videos. All right, well, cool. Now we've got our videos. So next, let's create an ebook about Lantana designed to educate home buyers about the community. The ebook should be engaging and exciting. Recommend images to use with each section. The tone should be business casual. Okay, cool. Title, Discover Lantana, your dream community awaits. Okay, introduction. Okay, well, this is a sentence or two, not very long. Okay, so I don't love that response. Recommended image, great. Lantana's rich history, again, it's a sentence. I don't love that. One sentence. Okay, so I don't necessarily love these responses. So, they may be great from a topic standpoint, but they don't really give us a whole lot of information. Not a great start to make an ebook if we want to educate people about Lantana. So, go down. Okay, I didn't like those responses. So, hey, try again, but write a minimum of 2 paragraphs for each chapter. All right. Now, again, not necessarily 2 paragraphs, but definitely a little bit longer. And this is where iteration becomes really important because you can continue to add to the parameters. You get to continue to add to the requirements that you have. So ultimately, you can generate the responses that you want. But at the end of the day, taking the time to write this yourself, to create this yourself, is going to take infinitely longer than simply running through iterations within ChatGPT, right? So Lantana's rich history. So same topics, right? Same chapters, a little bit longer detail, right? Community and events, sustainable living, great. Conclusion, back cover, recommended image. Should adopt the business casual tone, ensuring the content is both informative, engaging, vibrant images paired with compelling narratives. So it gives you kind of a quick, hey, this is kind of the what's what your what the expectation is for these results. Okay, awesome. Next, hey, let's from the responses above write 10 Facebook posts about Lantana to attract prospective home buyers to the community. The post should be engaging, lighthearted, with a call to action designed to schedule a call with me, include emojis. All right. So here's our 10 posts. Again, quick, short, includes emojis. Got the call to action in parentheses. It's like, okay, these are good. We could use these. Okay, let's see. Try again. This time make each post. Oh, and I put poster. Spelling and grammar is actually pretty important, so it gives you what you're looking for. Longer and includes suggested images to pair with each post. All right, here we go. So now we've got a little bit deeper posts. Suggested image, panoramic view of Lantana, showcasing its vast landscape intertwined with modern homes. There's our call to action, journey through time. Adventure at every corner, whether you're a nature enthusiast or just looking for a peaceful retreat, Lantana offers endless trails, parks, and breathtaking landscapes at your doorstep. Adventure awaits. Image, call to action. Luxury living, image, call to action. And so there's our 10 Facebook posts. Okay, great. So now we've got, we started with one idea, right? Let's go back up to the top. We started with one idea. Hey, we just want to talk about Lantana, right? We want to farm a community and it's Lantana. So we said, okay, well, let's dive into Lantana. Let's create some information about Lantana that we can get started. And then from that information, again, iteration and follow-up commands, we were able to generate videos, perspective video ideas, an ebook that we can tweak and update, and Facebook posts, right? All from that original idea. All right. So you know what? I didn't love the length of these posts either. So let's iterate again. Hey, this time let's make each post a minimum of 100 words. Still include recommended images for each post. Right. So now we've got longer posts, suggested images, minimum of 100 words. Now we're where we want to be. Again, response length is an important output parameter. And we've got much more detailed information for that. Okay. So let's say that we wanted to go one step further. Let's say that Twitter is a platform that you like to use, or X now, right? The platform formerly known as. Using the summary about Lantana, create a 20 Twitter posts, no more than 144 characters, because I don't know if ChatGPT knows exactly the limitations of Twitter. Twitter is, there are limitations to ChatGPT, so we want to give it more specific details. No more than 144 characters. Let's see. So using the summary about Lantana, create 20 Twitter posts, no more than 144 characters, talking about the community and creating excitement for prospective homebuyers to consider Lantana as their next home. The post could be written in a fun, lighthearted manner with some light humor mixed in. Okay, let's see what we get. All right. Lantana, where trees outnumber traffic lights. All right. So again, Twitter, quick, simple, 144 characters is all we get, unless you're with Twitter Blue or X Blue or whatever they're calling it nowadays. So these are going to be very short. We're definitely pushing the bandwidth issues on the internet here, obviously, because it's a little bit slow, but it's giving us what we want. We could turn around and say, well, actually, we will. Let's turn around and once this finishes, we're going to ask it to revise. We're going to add an iteration, because we could easily add an image to go with these as well. right? Lantana, where every home has a story and every story has a barbecue chapter. All right, pretty cool stuff. So again, fun, lighthearted, a little bit of humor mixed in, exactly what we asked for. This is perfect. Okay, so let's say rewrite the 20 Twitter posts and include a recommended image to pair with each one. All right, and then we're going to move on to a different type of request here in a moment. So give me a thumbs up. For those of you who are using ChatGPT, are these some of the things that you're using it for, or is this? I guess use the Q&A because that's probably better since we. But are these some of the things that you're using it for? And if you are, what kind of things are you doing? If you're not using it, are these things helpful to get the idea juices flowing for you? Right. All right. Same thing. Post. Now we've got suggest images. I probably should have put 10 versus 20, especially since we're running a little bit slow, but we'll be okay. All right, so let's let that finish up. We see the power that it can do there. Right, so let's switch over to business planning, right? Like we could do all kinds of content all day long. That's the beauty of it, right? We can turn around and say, hey, create a blog post on this information. We could turn around and ask it to create a YouTube video script, and it would have like cut to this, like it would have all the different scenes. It would have recommended images, B-roll video. We can turn around and take this and put it into a million different types of content. And that's very much the idea, is to be able to take one idea and turn it into virtually unlimited amounts of content. Because the number one reason that real estate agents don't do more social and video content is because they say that it's so cumbersome to constantly be coming up with additional or new content. Thumbs up if you agree with that statement. Absolutely. Okay, so let's do a new chat. And let's see, interweb, there we go, new chat. So let's talk about just kind of business planning stuff. We can script emails. Oh, actually, here's what's really cool. Let's jump over here and let's do put a housing wire real quick. I'm gonna show you this, and then we'll do a business planning piece. So housing wire, sure, let's jump into this. When ChatGPT could browse the internet, this was extra powerful because you could just put in the URL for an article. But let's do this. So let's find, let's see, new fires. No, we don't want pop-ups. All right. All right, so let's say, so I'm a loan officer, right? And I want to appeal to real estate agents. So here's an area, here's an article by about a recent talk by Gary Keller of Keller Williams, right? And so we got relatively short article, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this article. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna jump back over to ChatGPT, and I'm gonna say, summarize the, you are a mortgage loan originator who is loves providing educational content to real estate agents. Summarize the following article in an educational, see if this like helpful tone. Add a call to action at the end of the summary. Right. Make sure that got the whole article, right? And so there's the whole article, and we hit submit. Right. So it gave us a summary, rather long summary, and we could iterate and we could add revisions. But here's now what we have is we have taken an article that we did not write, and we do not want to plagiarize an article, right? We don't want to just copy and paste it. We want to put it in more of our own terms and words. And so we've asked ChatGPT to summarize it. Now, what we could do is, like we've been doing, is using the above summary, create 3 Facebook posts educating agents about the points of Gary Keller's talk. Use emojis. Okay. Now I didn't give it a lot of detail and context. See what it spits out first. All right, and go. Remember, success thrives on effort. Okay, cool. Let's using the summary above, create 3 motivational quotes gleaned from the topic of Gary Keller's talk. Now we have motivational. Oh, hey, maybe you want to do a weekly motivational Monday quote. Now we have those things like that. So we just took an article and we turned it into a lot of other content. So don't feel like you've got to generate your own ideas. You can take other ideas, thoughts, and start to spawn new ideas and content and thoughts from that. Right. We are looking good. Okay, so let's say that you are wanting to get better at managing your database, right? You are a real estate agent with a past client database of 500 clients. Let's see. In an effort to create better communication with all of your past clients, you want to organize your database by various into various segments. Brainstorm 10 different segments that would be most effective when organizing your past client database. Okay, so pretty simple stuff here. Like, we're segmenting a database. But this is just like a really quick example of a business process. All right, and now we've got a quick and easy. Okay, here's 10 different ways that we could segment our database. Interested areas, referral sources, special occasions, satisfaction levels, demographics. Okay, those are okay. We could go through some iterations and see if we could find something a little bit different with that. But at the very least, it starts to create some juices flowing in our brain. And we say, okay, well, here's these. Okay, well, I know I don't love these. And now I can start to say, well, I don't love these, but it now leads me to things that maybe I do like a little bit more that I think of organically. So just a really quick and easy way to start leveraging ChatGPT in some of your business processes. Create, and this will take a while to generate, but we could ask ChatGPT to create an email campaign, a 12-month email campaign with a minimum of 2 emails per month to our past client database, keeping them updated on the current market, while providing them other valuable information that they can use in their day-to-day lives, such as example 1, example 2, example 3, and then it would go through and create that. We can create a social media calendar with posting topics and themes for a 30-day period, and you can recreate that on a monthly basis, and that way it's different every month. All of those things. The last thing that I want to show you today, as we wrap up, is I want to show you how to teach ChatGPT to do things like you. And so if you haven't done this before, this is probably one of the most powerful things that ChatGPT can do. Let's see. Actually, I have this. Here we go. Copy Q&A for marketing. All right. Let me go to the top. Okay. All right. This prompt right here, and I'm going to see, how can I, here we go. I'm going to put this prompt in the chat here. All right, in a minute, I'm going to ask you to write copy for my business. So if you're not super familiar with what writing copy is, all it really means is you're going to be asking ChatGPT to write various forms of content. This includes sales emails, blog posts, Instagram captions, TikTok ideas, Instagram reel ideas, marketing lead funnel ideas, questions, Facebook ads, Facebook posts, as well as other sales and marketing content for print, online, and social media channels. I want you to ask me 15 to 20 questions to better understand my customers, my business, my audience, my values, and my tone of voice. Now, you can add to that. You could say my writing style. You could add other things that you wanted to understand. Well, here's what ChatGPT did for me. Sure, here's 15 questions. All right. Name of the business, product or service. Who's your target audience or customer? Can you provide some demographic information? Main pain points or challenges that your target audience faces? What are the key features, unique selling propositions of your business or product? How would you describe your brand, values, and your mission? Like, these are pretty hard-hitting questions, right? And these are not questions that you may be able to answer like instantaneously. You have to give it some thought. So I went in and I answered. Now, I probably should have numbered these, but I answered every question right here. And so thanks for providing the information. Based on the information provided here, some potential keywords and phrases that can resonate with your target audience. Okay, good stuff. Now let's move on to generating ideas for your sales, emails, blog posts, all the things that I asked it to generate. Please let me know which of these areas you'd like me to start with, and we can begin brainstorming content ideas. I'm having a conversation with a computer in this, guys. I am just simply talking to the computer. I'm asking it to ask me questions to better understand me. You can teach ChatGPT the way that you want things done. Now, I will say, it will only remember this information in this specific chat. If I open a new chat and I ask it to create content, it's not leveraging the information from this chat. So that's why I have this called Copy Q&A for Marketing. So that way I can go back to that chat every single time I want to create content that resonates with the information that I've taught ChatGPT. So I said, cool, let's start with creating Instagram Reels. Right? Certainly. So this is mortgage, a bunch of mortgage Instagram Reel ideas. Now, again, I could iterate and ask, next, create a home buyer guide. That could be an ebook educating buyers on some of the key aspects of obtaining mortgages. Right? Ebook. Now, again, I need to go in and could elaborate on these things because that's a mighty short ebook. Create content for each of the topics. All right, cool. Chapter 1, more information. Chapter 2, more information. And I can continue to iterate. Write content covering the topics in each section of the chapter. The content for each section should be between 150 and 300 words. Now I'm being more specific with my prompt engineering. But now it's even showing me the word count. Section 2, information. Now I'm starting to get to that ebook that I wanted with the correct amount of content. Okay, and then continue because it stopped. All right, and it keeps going. All right, and then I taught it to do some other things in my voice, but I wanted to show you this because this is such an underutilized component of ChatGPT, is teaching ChatGPT how you want responses to be based on your business. Because if you're going to leverage ChatGPT, it becomes so much easier if it can spit out responses that are already more like what you would create. So that way, instead of having to get a response or an output and then make a bunch of your own tweaks and changes because it's not in your voice, teaching ChatGPT to be in your voice, it minimizes the number of changes and tweaks that you need to make. Is this last piece, was this super cool? Thumbs up if it was super cool. Throw it in the Q&A if you're already doing this. I want to hear about it. Awesome. Super cool, Joy says. Now, ultimately, let me switch back over here. You know, we're out of time, and I was hoping to get to a little bit more. I think some of the technical difficulty at the beginning didn't help out there, but ultimately, I want to help you do more in your business. Obviously, ChatGPT and learning how to leverage that better in your business is one of the ways to do that. Some last minute tips and tricks. You want to rename chats for better organization. So over here, these chats, you want to rename them so you can find stuff faster. Creating templates for your favorite prompts, using writing examples to capture your voice. You could take an email that you've written or a blog post that you've written that you feel truly captures your voice, your tone, your writing style. Copy it, paste it in ChatGPT, and have ChatGPT analyze it for tone, writing style, voice, all of that. And again, you can teach ChatGPT how you write, how you sound. And then understanding ChatGPT limitations. ChatGPT only has information through September of 2021. The ChatGPT Plus, I think, has a little bit more information in it, but you cannot ask it to, you cannot ask it to come up with yesterday's sports scores. Now, if they do re-implement the browsing feature where you can give it a website and then you can tell it to go browse and pull back information, then that obviously overcomes that limitation. But as of right now, September 2021 is the last knowledge point that it has. All right, so if you found this extremely helpful, well, let me just ask, was this a valuable use of your time this morning? Throw either a thumbs up or a yes in the Q&A. Other limitations on the free version, the biggest is the limitation on the knowledge cutoff date. I would say with the free version, you're more likely to have to do more fact checking. The answers aren't going to be as in depth, and so if you ask it to go out and pull information that has a lot of facts in it, you're going to want to do a little bit more fact checking. The Plus version is going to be more thorough from that regard. You always want to do some fact checking, but the free version is going to probably require a little bit more. All right. So as I mentioned in the beginning, a big part of my business is to help real estate agents do more and serve more clients. Whether it's about ChatGPT and AI, or whether it's any other aspect of your business, if you'd like to dive into other ways that you can do more or implement more in your business, I've got a QR code up here. If you're on your phone, I can put the link in the chat here. see. Excellent. And it's clickable. Perfect. So if you'd like to book a strategy call, you can absolutely do that. Everything from talking about ChatGPT to other marketing tools, to designing your business, and really creating the experience that you want for your clients throughout the entire process. I have the ability to help out in any of those areas where you feel that there are currently gaps in your business. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your business. I'm here to help you see your blind spots and to help you grow in areas that you want to grow. So if that's something that you'd like to do, feel free to book a strategy call with me. We can set that up and we can talk about really any topic that you feel that you want to improve upon, get better, or implement within your business. I know we are a bit over. Let me end with this. Any other questions? If you want to throw them in the Q&A, I can take one or two questions if y'all are okay to hang on for a couple moments. Any questions that I can answer for you in regards to the content today into ChatGPT, other than that we've already covered? Awesome. All right. I appreciate it, Patrick. That means a lot. And I appreciate jumping on. And this was the first, time I've used this software and done a webinar. Again, I tend to do in-person classes. I tend, just being very, very transparent, I tend to be much more comfortable and in my elements at the front of a room, just kind of casually talking with everybody in the room. So this is definitely a little bit newer for me. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it was, the pace was good. I'd love to send, I'm going to send a survey out to each of you just to get some feedback, because I'm always looking to improve and be better for you as real estate agents. So I'd love candid, honest feedback on how you felt the presentation went. Other than that, I just want to say thank you so much all for joining today. And then I will keep an eye out for any strategy calls that the three of you book. And I'll keep you in a loop on the next event coming up. And actually, I don't have it on the screen, but I'll make sure you guys get an email. I am doing a real estate boot camp in September, on September 13th, which is going to be covering everything from video marketing to lead generation to database management and marketing. So if those are topics that you feel that you want to work on in your business, keep an eye out for that. I'll be sending invites out here over the next week. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining. Have an incredible rest of your day and your week. And I look forward to catching up with you soon. Take care.